My mom is actually in St. Thomas right now helping with the recovery from Irma and Maria and helping volunteer and clean up in that area. And she said it's still pretty bad out in St. Thomas in that area.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, this time of year, typically we see a lot of activity. There's not much going on, too. That's a good sign.
Right.
There was a lot of activity back in 1969 when this storm, a Category 5 hurricane, slammed in the Mississippi on this date. That's when it made landfall. There it was, developing just to the west of Jamaica, then traveling right on into the Gulf Coast states there as a Category 5 hurricane, one of the strongest ever on record. The winds 175 miles an hour, winds gusting as high as 200, had a storm surge of 24 feet back in 1969, and it hit Waveland, Mississippi. That's where the strongest, again, winds were recorded at 175 miles an hour with 200-mile-an-hour winds. Now, ABC 7 Tower Cam showing a beautiful sunset tonight out over Sarasota Bay. It was a good one and had some great photos sent in. We had some showers around, too, and some of those showers were spectacular in terms of creating this. We have had a couple of rainbows sent in. This was at the Venice High School game. Double rainbow all the way. What does it mean? Well, it means they had a game there with some rain nearby. Cindy Desmond getting this one from the celery fields, and a Titan radar picture showing high pressure still, again, giving us that southeasterly wind flow. Few showers still in progress at this hour across parts of west central Florida near Venice. The activity was pretty intense earlier near State Road 64 up near Parrish, and also had a brief shower or two earlier today in Northport, and all that kind of winding down now. We expect some showers offshore, but the dry air is still in place overhead, so our rain chances tomorrow not all that high. Only at about 30% for a few late-day storms. A little bit better chance on Sunday as some more moisture comes back into play. But overnight, we're not anticipating any storms here. We could see some offshore developing, well offshore. But for us, we'll start off with sunshine on Saturday. Here comes the southeast winds and the east coast breeze colliding with the west coast in the late afternoon, bringing with it a slight chance for a few scattered late-day storms like we saw today. A little bit better coverage, though, on Sunday afternoon and evening, but even that rain chance is only at 40%. That system we were watching yesterday, pretty much gone. Not much happening there as it makes its way to the west, as expected. A lot of shear in the atmosphere in the eastern portion of the Caribbean, and that's going to be the case, too, over the next couple of weeks. That shear is expected to be high, and the forecast through September, shearing effects are expected to remain high through the Caribbean and the Atlantic. So no chance for that developing over the next 5 days. We'll watch it as it traverses off to the west. Forecast winds will be rather light overnight, but we will see them out of the east-southeast and then switching around more to a westerly direction later on in the afternoon. Currently, we have, let me get back to that current conditions if we can. Let's see. There we go. Not sunshine, but partly cloudy. 87 on the heat index, 81 in the actual temperature. Nationally, a lot of rainfall over the northeast, stretching down through West Virginia and into Kentucky and Tennessee and Georgia. That trough of low pressure will continue to dive southward. Eventually, it will push that high down to our south on Tuesday and bring us back to that westerly component, which will bring us those coastal showers in the morning. High fire danger, pollution advisory out west as a result of the fires and smoke out there. And the air quality index, a big concern. Temperatures for highs tomorrow, 70s and 80s over the Great Lakes in the northeast and into the 90s in places like Dallas. Now for boaters tomorrow, southeasterly winds turn to the south and they'll be around 10 knots. Seas running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast then, slight chance for late day storms. Should be a pretty decent weekend, really. A few clouds and showers in the afternoon on Sunday as well. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies. Heat index up near 100 degrees on both those days. Drops down to 20% chance for morning showers on Tuesday. Then we'll see those coastal showers and storms come Wednesday and Thursday. A much better chance next Friday for some showers and some storms. Jacqueline?